Mike told him, man, hey, man, get out of here with your kid, man. I ain't even know Mike cursed. Man, get the fuck on. I was like, that's Michael?
Yo, peace. Welcome back to 7 p.m. I'm Carmelo Anthony here with my co-host.
You know what it is. My name is Kazeem Famuyide. You could call me Kaz. And this is a Wave Original presented by FanDuel, the official sports betting partner of the NBA. Melo.
Yes.
This is going to be a fun one, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. Welcome back to The Hook, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a great one in the building with us. One of the standouts from the legendary Def Comedy Jam era. Classic stand-up specials. Hit movies, and he was all over MTV. I was just telling him before we turned the cameras on, I'm like, yo, you was the first person I saw on TV as a person in media. Like, I want to do that when I grow up. But in addition to that, starring from How to Be a Player, Love Jones, Any Given Sunday, even the voice of Cousin Skeeter.
Wow.
He's done it all, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You helped shape comedy, man. Help shape culture.
Man.
And you have been part of some legendary moments in film, music, and sports. So we appreciate you pulling up, man. Welcome to The Hook, Bill Bellamy.
Yeah. Welcome.
It is an honor to be at The Hook, bro. Like, this show is really, really a vibe, man. It kind of reminds me of, you know, what I wanted to do when I first started. You know, I wanted to have an impact in the culture. And now that we have social media and different guys have, you know, their platforms, it's so nice to see, like me, knowing you for so long, but now to see all the things that you care about, and all the people you know what I'm saying, they get them, and people now get a chance to see your personality through your show.
Absolutely,
it's a dope look.
Yeah, man. I don't think enough people give you proper credit for being like one of the OG young black influencers. We didn't have a name for it back then, but like a young black influencer, just watching somebody on TV, just doing cool stuff, talking to all cool people in a way that's funny and informative. Like it's truly an honor to have you here, man. For real.
I just wanted to ideally be an ambassador for the culture, you know what I'm saying? Because I came up out of Jersey and I just always been a hip hop cat, always loved music and hooping. It was either like, you was either going to be a rap artist or you going to go to the league, you know what I'm saying? So like that duality for me was who I am. And so getting that opportunity on MTV was just like so dope because it was a breakthrough moment in the culture where hip hop, well, at that time, there was rap, but hip-hop became more the pop culture term. But rap was kind of like in the basement, you know, early 90s, late 80s, you know what I'm saying? So I'm coming into the game in 92, 91, and I'm right on top of the wave. So, you know, I was the right look, the right kind of black guy, you know, that they felt, oh, well, he's pretty saying, oh my God, he's very friendly, it's non-threatening. So, you know, they always be a little nervous. I wasn't DMX, you feel me? So I was able to get into those households and help be a part of changing perspective on what we are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The fashion, remember back in the day, you was rocking the FUBU and the cross colors, and we was watching, we was doing, I remember back then we was wearing polo heavy, all the bright ass colors, you know, bright orange, green.
Jersey was heavy polo.
Yeah, heavy polo. Yeah. What you know about that?
I mean, Newark. You from Newark, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Heavy polo. So
we was polo too down there in B-More. That's why I said. That's how I know that.
I always had to keep it Ralph heavy.
Ralph.
Got to keep the Ralph super heavy. But Bill, let's kick it off the same way.
Okay.
We kick off every single episode with a section we like to call the Connect. Right.
Okay.
It's what we do when our guests come into the couch. And we like to talk to them with our Hall of Fame co-host, Carmelo Anthony, about either the first time they met, first time they connected. Sometimes it's the first time they see each other on TV. But with as much history that you have had, I'm sure you have
with Melo?
A personal story about the first time you met Melo.
Okay. Let me tell you the first time I saw Melo before he saw me. I was a super duper Slam magazine fan.
Okay. Shout out Slam. I got Dennis Page.
He was on the Epic cover. And it was him, Bron, your class was crazy. Their class, McDonald's something, Melo braids, headband. I said, yo, who my man?
Who my
man? Like, cause you know, back then we didn't have internet. So you was getting whispers. They was like, yo, this cat, Carmelo Anthony going to the league immediately. That's how they was talking about you in the barbershop. It's like, yo, who the hell is Carmelo? Cut to, I see him on Slam Magazine. I read about him. I'm like, yo, this dude nice. He from around the way. Not thinking I was ever going to meet him. And so then, next thing you know, he comes to the Knicks. And I'm like, yo, oh, snap, that's my man. And now I'm on fire too. So he kind of know me too. But it's our first time, but we like, yo, my man. Yo, I forget where we was. We was like in Soho somewhere. And this is like after the games and stuff like that. And Melo was carrying the city for us, you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
And then cut to, he was in Denver. I go to Denver. I go with Melo. We go to Denver. It's my high.
You might have the order mixed up. I think it was Denver first and then New York.
No, Denver.
It was Denver, then New York.
Then back to New York. My bad. So when we were in Denver, lip balm all day. Yo, you dizzy. They don't tell you when you in the mountains. Melo up there dizzy, his braids is falling out, but he's still putting up buckets. They got AI. I was like, it was so funny. At one time, it looked like AI was a little mellow. I don't know if you remember. Anyway, they look like big and small. Anyway,
like the movie Twins, or like
at that time. So to me, I've always admired Carmelo's talent and how he was able to navigate in a LeBron era, because at that time, you know, all that stuff was LeBron, and here goes Dwayne, here goes Chris Paul, you know what I mean? But Carmelo always made sure he stood out, and I was just like, I always thought that was dope, and I just always admired his game. You know, I came from a basketball family, so I'm like, I always loved basketball, and then there's certain dudes that I was just like, wow, he's one of my guys because he's a big dude that could do guard shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You was the first dude that I seen at that time that had all the skills of a 2-guard and a 6'8" dude. So that's my intro.
Melo, do you remember the first time meeting Bill?
Not so much as the first time, but just, again, culture brings us together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Obviously, we know who the fuck he is. You know what I mean?
We all grew up on him.
He was watching Def Comedy Jam. He's probably 9.
That's a fact. That's what we used to have on the DVD player.
That's what we had, like VHS. Remember that?
Man, we got the DVD player with all of that. So this was always cultures coming together, whether we doing parties, sneakers. I see they just pulled him up there with the M3s. This goes back to
what year was that? Do they know? Do you know?
All right, so this is the M3. So if I'm guessing,
that's like 07.
It's gotta be 07, 08, right?
06, 07, probably.
Yeah. Wow. Do you remember that night?
I wouldn't if you didn't show me the picture. That's why I was like, what year? I'm trying to think where I was. And this goes to show you how impactful our culture is, right? Because basketball is culture, hip hop is culture, comedy.
Yeah, big time.
And like Melo just said, like we it's just like a great synergy.
Yeah.
And everyone kind of knows everyone, but they may not have gotten a chance to meet them, but you know, because they're in the culture and they're making an imprint.
Of course.
You know?
I think
we was trying to get him in one of the
early Melo commercials.
Yeah, we was trying to get, because remember I had Tommy Davidson early on in my first. Yeah, I had Tommy. So in the first couple campaigns, so by this time the M3, we was trying to get Bill. I don't even know if he knows this. We was trying to get Bill at this moment, but the timing of something he had going on at this moment didn't allow us to do the ad.
Damn,
absolutely. I could have had my Melo 3.
See, could have.
And then that's when he came to the M3 release.
Man, that's fire though. That's incredible.
See how we do?
Yeah, you know, that's the fun thing about this couch, man. Like anytime we have people come over here, it's always like a nice time capsule for a lot of people, not just for the folks on the couch, but definitely the folks watching at home. Because,
absolutely.
You know, a lot of us all grew up on Bill, but a lot of times they come in, they're like, they grew up on Melo. And it's just like, it crosses all the generational, timelines for people like watching it at home. So,
but you just wanted to be respected by other genres too. We wanted the comedians to respect us. We wanted the rappers to respect us. We wanted the actors, you know what I mean? So when we walked in these rooms where everybody is in there, back then you was looked at as an athlete.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just an athlete. You ain't looked at as nothing else.
Right.
It was very few athletes that were able to do multiple things simultaneously. Because I remember when AI came in the league, They said he had a rap album, but it never came out.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Kobe's video shoot for his rap single.
With Tyra.
You right?
Yeah.
I was in that video hooping with Brian McKnight and everything. One single, done. Who else? You know, Shaq put out a couple singles. So
Your cousin.
Yeah. Big Diesel did a bunch of stuff that actually came out, which was cool.
Yeah.
But most recently, I heard Damon Lillard.
Dame
Dollar got some nice bars. I like what he was doing. And then I heard something. KD did something.
Yeah, he did a song. I think he did something with Ninth Wonder or something
solid.
like that.
And then you got, was it LaMelo Ball? Which one of the Bell?
It was Jello.
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 Whoa,
Jello had a hit.
I was like, yo. Because I was like, at least he got something.
It was a smash, too.
Yo, it was a smash. Because, you know, it was like, steal some sunglasses, you got to do something.
Shout out to Jello Ball.
Shout out to Jello. He's a joke, Jello. Don't be mad.
Record deal for that. Shout out to him. Let's get into some story time, man, because I know you got some incredible lore to talk about just throughout your career. Take us back. Okay. You were filming on the same lot as Space Jam.
Oh my God.
And ended up getting invited to the legendary Jordan basketball dome runs. Talk to me about that. Obviously, Space Jam being filmed, MJ just getting back into the league, retiring.
Yes, sir.
And these famed runs that took place during the making of Space Jam.
This was epic.
Got my tea ready for this.
So I'm assuming this is 94 or 5.
Yes, it's got to be 94, 95.
95, right? So I'm doing my TV show on the Warner Brothers lot as well, but it's like on the other side.
Okay.
So I'm like, I'm on coffee break or whatever, and they was like, you know MJ on the other side, and they built him a bubble. I was like, what? They was like, yo, man, Mike coming back to the league, and he working out in the summer, and the bubble is right in the parking lot over there, like lot 3. So I'm get off of work, and I see the bubble. I don't go over there. I'm having dinner one night. I'm in Beverly Hills, and Mike's there, whatever. And Mike is doing the cigars. He chilling. Yo, B, man, what's up, man? You all right? And nobody know how cool Mike is unless you ain't around. What's up? You all right? I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, man, what you doing tomorrow? I said, well, I'm working. He was like, yo, I'm doing Space Jam. I said, damn, what's up? He's like, yo, man, come to the run. We do a little run in the afternoon. What's your game like? And I'm like, I'm solid. Man, I get over there. Toby Bailey, Grant Hill, Jason Kidd. Damn, it was about
just future Hall of Famers everywhere,
bro. The level of ball players in there was like really on that level, right? And it was summertime, so they had a couple cats that played overseas, and then they had me and like Damon Wayans, right? So I'm like, damn, man, I don't know if they're gonna let us get in or whatever, because what was dope about it was everything. Right. Just imagine Equinox on steroids in the parking lot. Mike had everything. Lobster, shrimp, hoop. They had the parquet floor. They had the showers, the steam room in the bubble for this man. I said, I got to make me some more money. I got to get to this Mike J level because they doing everything. So anyway, speed the story up. Mike was like, yo, come on, B, get on this run. I was like, oh, snap. We get out on the court. I'm on the court with Mike, right? And it just dawned on me that I'm on the court with Mike. And he threw the ball but this what I didn't realize. NBA players throw a chest pass. It's like a baseball. Like it's like and it's coming and it go boom, right? I was like, he was like, what the fuck you gonna do with it? You gonna look at it? He didn't realize I was in awe because I'm like, yo, this is my idol.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh snap. Then I get out of it or whatever. He was like, hey Bill, man, let me see what you gonna do with that thing, boy. Let me see what you gonna do that thing. So I get a couple buckets or whatever. I get a couple buckets. Come on, man. I ain't dunk on the way, but I'm gonna get my buckets. You know what I'm saying?
I seen the Rock N Jock
this is the thing. I'm gonna show you how I got my face cracked.
Okay.
So I get a couple buckets. I'm like, man, shit, I'm actually kind of nice. I'm thinking they going full stink. They not. They just playing around. Then y'all got that click like, let's go, dog. When they say, let's go, dog, turn up, bro. Everything start going fast. And they start flying. And they throw a chest pass full court. I said, hey, time out, Mike. Hey. I said, I'm out. I can't do it no more. And I sat on the side, right? And even Mike wasn't playing.
Yeah.
cut to all the pros is playing now. And as you watch the game elevate, you realize how skillful it just went from regular playing around to like, oh my God. And that's when I said, yo, I'm a comedian. Yeah.
Well, I mean, even on there with the greatest to ever do it.
Yeah,
and
man. Them guys
it's still
are really good.
a rumor if he's coming back to the league at this time, right? Like,
it was the buzz.
Yeah.
The buzz was that Mike was working out to come back. And so I just had gotten lucky. You know, I've played with a lot of pros before, but like that was very, very special because at that time, I had only hung out with Mike like at dinner having cigars. Like he never invited me to play no ball like that. So that was just a special moment. But one thing I would share with you about Michael Jordan is that you didn't realize how famous he was until you hung out with him. Because Melo, you're famous, but that's Michael Jackson. Like, yo, it's levels to the shit. You feel me?
Of course.
I remember, let me tell you how famous Michael Jordan was. I was hanging out with Mike the night he had 55 in Jersey.
Okay.
So after the show, basically put on a show, after the game, we come back to the city and we hanging at this spot used to be called Moomba's. So Rashad, Ahmad Rashad came there that night. Jason Williams, he was hooping that night. So there was I'm trying to think of somebody else that I could see right now, but I can't picture their face. All of that was going on. You hanging out with Mike, they rope off the entire section of the restaurant. You know how like some people, the table? No, nigga. The whole restaurant is shut down and y'all other people eat way over there, right? So we in the restaurant, Mike can smoke cigars then. Here go the guys. Bell. Now I'm Mike's assistant. They ain't even asking for my autograph. I'm with him. Bell, can you ask Michael to sign our ball? I'm like, I ain't his assistant. They like, Bill, can you ask Mike, would you take a picture of this, bro? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Like,
it's
I'm
Michael
Bill
Jordan.
Bellamy, bro.
I'm Bill Bellamy now. I'm assistant.
Like, I'm popping right now. What you talking about?
Seriously, that's how it was. Like, he was that kind of famous where you
Did you
just
get
go.
autographs for him, though? Did you get the balls? No,
he wasn't doing that in the restaurant. Mike told him, hey, man, get out of here with your kid, man. I ain't even know Mike cursed.
Yeah,
man, get the fuck on. I was like, that's Michael? I didn't even know Mike cursed. Hey, man, get the fuck out of here with that, bro. You see weed?
Well, Mike be cursed. He cursed.
But I didn't know he cursed at the time. You know what I mean? Because on TV,
I didn't know
he was
how much he cursed until I started talking to this man about.
Am I lying?
Nah, but he talking about a 94, 95 Mike, where he's just like, think about that. There's no internet at the time, right? So if you hearing the whispers of Mike coming back, it's like somebody is starting that. Somebody that's close by is starting.
Yeah.
So for him to be on the same lot when MJ is starting to rev it up.
Everybody was talking about it in Hollywood because it was like Michael Jordan's doing a movie, you know what I'm saying? And the town is this big, and he's the biggest athlete. So it was buzzing. I just didn't know it was right there. I just happened to be working for the same company, you know, and it was beautiful what they laid out for him. I was like, that's called stardom, bro. That's like getting the biggest trailer in the world.
Yeah.
Your own bubble.
Yeah.
There's still legendary stories being told about that to this day, man. I mean,
because there's a lot of cats that played there that summer.
Yeah, lots of guys.
I saw Grant Hill tell his version of it.
A lot of people,
man. I mean, you was talking about your hooping experience a little bit. I want to talk about the Rock N Jock days, man.
Yes.
Like back on MTV. Like that's another talking about, you know, culture with like comedians, artists, athletes, pushing the sports culture forward. For folks who don't remember Rock N Jock back in the day,
was crazy.
Rock N Jock was
they should bring that back.
Wasn't it fun?
They got to. It was the illest
Rock N Jock
sports
basketball
and culture moment on MTV. Talk to me about it.
It was so Rock N Jock basketball to me was so fun because let's say I get a chance to meet Carmelo in the most personal way. He's not working. He's having a good time, and he lose. So he like, yo, man, he going for 80.
Yeah.
Like I played with Gary Payton, Isaiah Ryder, Kevin Garnett. I mean, all these guys are brand new. They're in the league. They're personality guys. They're funny guys. You know what I'm saying? Ken Griffey Jr. You'd be surprised how many guys are multi-athletes. You know, they could play hoop. They could play football, play basketball. Like they were so athletic. I'll never forget when Isaiah Ryder dunked on me, bro. Yo, it was so embarrassing, bro. It was so embarrassing. I should have known Ken Griffey Jr. would set me up because it was a 2-on-1 on the fast break. I had to make a choice. I forgot Zay was on the runway, right? So I go to Ken Griffey and he throws it up. Here he come. All across the top of my head. Man. Yeah, you know the one where they push you down? Yeah, that was on TV.
Damn. Yeah. And you know they're going to pull this clip up right after this?
Yeah, you got it. It's a fact. And then another fun moment was Gary Payton scored the most points ever. I think he scored 150 on my team and then another 75 on the other. It was crazy. He figured out how to get the 50-point shot.
50-point shot.
Yeah, remember the 50-point
hot
shot?
spots too.
Yeah, it was real. Gary figured it out. So he was electric. But we got a chance to play ball with the guys from every aspect of sports. Basketball obviously was my favorite. Mm-hmm. So you would have singers, you would have obviously NBA players, you'd have some rock stars playing like Flea from Hot Chili Peppers. He was one of the guys who liked to play ball. Justin Timberlake. I'm trying to think of somebody else.
Nelly used to kill.
Nelly, Michael Bivins. You know, these are guys that actually could play basketball, and you know, and it was fun because we were living out our dreams. Sort of playing with these guys.
And they was at the top of this.
For sure.
Top of the industry.
I remember them highlights that you was naming.
Do you remember how old were you? Were you were probably in high school then, right?
Yeah.
He was in high school. And it was big.
Yeah.
I went to, go ahead.
No, because I remember it's, speaking from, an athlete's perspective, it's almost impossible to do that now.
Nah, they won't let them play.
Because they don't even let the athletes do any, they have to know what thing you're working out on in the summertime every time. It almost felt like it was a little bit looser back then. It was being on the court with
let me tell you how fun
athletes.
The NBA was when I came up in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So Shaq comes in the league, 92?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 92, yeah.
In the summer of 92, 93, 94, they used to be summer runs where you could literally, they were like celebrity ball games and different players were having them in different cities back then and they weren't sanctioned, but you could play.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Let me tell you the dopest game I ever played in that was phenomenal. It was at University of Maryland. Mm-hmm. We had Penny Hardaway, Scottie Pippen was playing, LJ was playing. I'm trying to think of somebody else at that. And it was full throttle. Mm-hmm. They was playing for real. The first half is lightweight, all-star, and then the second half of the game, they go full throttle. But we got to play with them, and something happened where I think LJ got hurt.
Right.
And then they started cracking down on y'all guys playing this. So did they have to get approved first?
For the love of the game clause.
Yeah, that was MJ.
MJ was the only one who they
explain it. Tell me.
Well, you get permission to be able to play in sanctioned leagues or around the country. So, for instance, we couldn't play in the Drew League back in the day. We couldn't play in.
You could go. Could you go to the Rucker?
You couldn't play in the Rucker, right? You know what I mean? Because it wasn't.
But it's sanctioned now. You can do that now.
All of those leagues are sanctioned by the NBA.
Wow.
Insured. That's all it means. You insured.
You're insured
by the NBA. Right. So Drew League. So we see how fast that grew. The Drew League, Rucker Park. You have, and down there in B-More and DC, you had the Kenner League.
Yeah,
right? You had the coalition, right? So that was one of them spots that you talk about with the pros. If you was from that area, if you was a pro, you had to play in the coalition or the Kenner League. Mm-hmm. So those, Chicago had their league.
Yeah, but back then, it was so much fun because if you were in the culture or you were a hooper, maybe you got an opportunity to play in those games. And then cats had their own teams too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I played with some of the best street ball players. I don't know if y'all remember this, Skip to Malou.
Of course, yeah, Rafer Alston.
So Rafer was a street baller at this time. We talking early 90s. My man, dark-skinned cat, he passed away.
Alamo,
yeah.
Yeah. Black Widow.
Bruh.
Rest in peace.
Bruh. Alamo was so bananas. I ain't never seen no shit like this in my life. I'm trying to I'm like, why you here with us?
No, Alamo was nice.
Alamo, anybody from New York would tell you Alamo was crazy with it. And there was a lot of cats like that would put on shows, basically doing shows, playing ball in different cities. And then if you were a hooper, you might hear about it and play, So that's why I have always had this big love for basketball because it's always been in the coaching.
And you held your own too. You wasn't just in there.
Yeah, I just wasn't a bum. I wasn't a bum. I wasn't no bum, but I'll be honest, I always wanted to be a 1 or a 2 guard. I was like, if I could just get to that next level of I just didn't have it like that. Like, I just remember going, when I was coming up, 5-star was like, you had to get invited. Yeah. So there
Shout
was
out Garfunkel.
Remember Garfunkel? Yeah. So you had to get invited to 5-star. They had ABCD camp, and there was another one. And I was never there. And I used to always say, like when I say Melo, he was a McDonald's All-American. I was like, do you have to go to McDonald's to be there? I was like, maybe you got to eat a lot of Big Macs. Like, how do they know that? I was like, maybe they go to McDonald's more than everybody else. I was like, maybe I eat enough cheeseburgers to get on that team.
We didn't know the hoop politics.
I didn't know the politics. Yeah. I'm just joking.
A lot of politics
but
back then.
But the beauty of it was, for being a fan of basketball, it was the best of the best. You know what I mean? I always admired the cats that was the best of the best. And like I said earlier, Slam Magazine was the first magazine that felt hip-hop, felt basketball. You know what I mean? I don't know how old everybody is, but that's...
Slam still doing their thing?
Yeah, but I was there when they first came out. Mm-hmm. Like, I still got, like, the first 30 issues somewhere.
Yeah, man. Shout out Dennis Page, man. That's the legend right there.
DP!
Let's switch sports real quick, because we just had Kevin Hart on the show recently.
Okay.
And he told us an incredible story from the set of Any Given Sunday. Now, it's not the
Kevin Hart?
Yes.
How did he tell you the story?
So let's get right into it. I'm sure we're gonna drop in that clip right now.
Jim Brown, Bill Bellamy, one of the best storytellers in the world, tells the story about Jim Brown. They were filming Any Given Sunday.
Kevin Hart wasn't there. He was. You want me to tell it?
Please, Kev, talk about it.
All right, so we on the set, right?
How do you know this story?
I'm like, Kevin Hart was in 3rd grade when we was doing it. So we on the set, right?
Yeah.
Jim Brown, OG. Mm-hmm. All right, we all young. We all like don't know Jim Brown personally yet, but he walk around say, "Hey, how you doing, Kaz? You all right?" Mm-hmm. Like that hat. Like, what's up with OG? But he always saying some kind of smirky, but yo, Carmelo, I see you, man. Glass is real, no problem. Like, what the fuck?
Always some slick comment.
He always saying some slick shit. You like, everybody kept saying, yo, what's up with JP, man? He really talking slick. So the big thing was playing chess.
Okay.
So he would sit down. You gonna make that move, nigga? You sure about that, queen? You sure about that? Out of here. This going on for like 2-3 weeks. So imagine we on the set. There are real football players on the set. Mm-hmm. They either was in the NFL, they played in college. They are real football players.
I think T.O. was one of them.
T.O. was one of them. Antonio Freeman.
Yep.
Jaquez Green was there at the time. These are all the guys that I work with to work on my wide receiver stuff. The younger dudes don't know Jim Brown. I'm talking Florida boys, Liberty City. Hey, man, tell old OG, man, get the fuck on, bro. And everybody like, man, chill out. That's Jim Brown. I don't give a fuck if that's Jim Brown, bro. I don't know him like that, bro. Why you keep walking around here talking slick, nigga? I say, yo, man, that's James Brown. I mean, that's Jim Brown, man. He OG Hall of Fame, man. I don't give a fuck about all that, man. I'm going to get off the chain on that nigga. Keep coming over here, right? So one day, I never forget, it's so fucking funny, right? I wish I could remember the dude's name that I'm doing. Yeah. So he was like, hey, man, Florida State, baby, we run the thing. So you got Florida State, you got UM, they all talking shit about who got the national championship. They going back and forth. Right. Jim ain't even in the conversation. Nobody even talking to him. He walk up, fuck all y'all. In my day, I run through all you little niggas. Ain't nothing y'all can do with this. He said, man, who the fuck is you, OG? Man, go ahead, man, with that bussy ass shit. That's how they talk, right? Gold teeth in his mouth and shit. He said, what you say to me, young man? Now imagine he got a kufi on. Yeah. He got a cutoff and some flip-flops because he got bad feet. He got a black cutoff. He got the black dusty cutoff. It's not even new. He cut it himself. It's jagged. So he said, what you say, Nick? He said, oh, you heard me, young boy. You get up under this. He picked Jim Brown up in the air and body slammed Jim Brown on the ground. He said, man, I was just playing with you, nigga. This dude got bum rushed off that football field so fast. We never saw him again.
Oh, man.
I don't know what happened, but he body slammed Jim Brown.
Yeah, bro, he can't body slam the Hall of Fame.
Man, he OG. Let him talk.
You know the Florida football players, they wound up too tight.
The funny part was Jim Brown was looking for his kufi because he was like, one flip-flop was over there. He was discombobulated. I was like, yo, now that's a true story. It's really, rest in peace, man.
What was it like being like being on the set with all of those personalities?
Because, Any Given Sunday was so crazy because you got to imagine, we got all the veterans. You got Al Pacino. You got Cameron Diaz.
Legendary.
You got James Woods. And then you have the next tier of up-and-coming guys. You got me, LL, and Jamie. So we're like the culture part of it, the younger part. You got the people that like are the big Hollywood studio kind of actors and actresses.
And you got Lawrence Taylor.
And then you got LT. Now, we didn't even know where he was. LT, they was like, yo, he gonna be here at some point. They couldn't find LT. They had, you want to hear another story?
Yeah, please.
Michael Clark Duncan was playing the role first because they couldn't find LT.
Rest in peace, man.
They couldn't, rest in peace, Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan was playing the role at first. And I don't know if you could imagine how big Michael, coffee like to drink.
Right.
Mike was so intimidating and so big. And so when he came in, at first he was getting a tryout and it was kind of locked in. He tore his pec muscle.
Damn.
I didn't even know you could tear this. He tore his pec muscle and he was like, I don't think I'm prepared to do this shit no more. Everybody's like, Mike, what's wrong? I think I tore my pec, baby. God damn it. Off the boat. Because I think Mike was on them steroids.
Man. He was big as hell.
Off the boat. I remember him saying, it's off the boat. So
how LT coming? So LT just...
I don't know how they found him, man. They found LT on a golf course somewhere. He showed up. He was like, hey, man, y'all need me in this movie. We was like, hell yeah, what's up? He came in, got to work. Rest was history, but they couldn't find him.
Man, that's one of the most legendary sports movies of all time. To this day.
Yeah. I know you're going to ask me about Jamie and them. I
mean, come on, man. It's a legendary story at this point.
It is.
Jamie and LL. And
this is why the fight happened. Machismo. You know what I'm saying? Alpha dog. Nobody's going to back down. Everybody cracking jokes. And sometimes jokes go too far, right? And the worst thing you could do is try to crack jokes with a comedian.
Yeah.
Because we got rapid fire. You might be like, pat, and he would wear brrr, you know what I mean? And so L was, yo, chill out, man. What's going on? You know what I mean? He always lick his lips. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Jamie, real talk, man. He's up with the jokes. And I was like, I tried to tell Jamie, I said, Jamie, that's your last jokey joke. Todd is getting serious. He was like, yo, man, real talk. I'm just being for real with you, man. Better ease up with all that. And then he's so diesel. Yeah. I was like, I don't think Jamie gonna make this. It's not gonna work. Kept messing with him. The joke that I think really, really set Todd L.L. Smith off. I will never forget this. He said, what sport did you play in high school? And he was like, He said, you was coming to see me in high school, fam. Yeah. You know when they bite their bottom lip? I said, that's it. That's the last jokey joke, Jamie. Yo, you better start picking on somebody else because he done. He tapped out. Out.
Jokes is over at this point.
Yeah, because it got personal, you know what I'm saying? He was like, you was coming to see me. I've been famous since I was 12, nigga. Huh? I said, oh shit, this is going left. And so that energy, which was good for the movie, because that was like the energy of the character. So that actually was working. Yeah. But it got tight.
It got too far.
And the thing about it, when Jamie tell the story, and when L, they don't ever tell the story that I was standing right there. I'm right here, watching it happen. And so back then we didn't have no social media and stuff. So it was one of those stories that kept traveling. Like, yo, did you hear? Did you hear? Because you imagine if we had social media back then, that would have been the most viral. Because it was real ugly situation. It got bad. But here's the fight. So they had a fight real quick. It was a quick little pop. You know, Jamie's knocked out, so it's done. You know. So
okay.
But the funniest part to me was the camps afterwards. So L called everybody from New York. We had every Timberland, Yankee hat, 8-ball jacket down there in Miami. They got the 8-ball jacket still on. They burning up. Nobody got on flip-flops. They got on the white sneakers. They got on the white socks with the Timbs with the long shorts. He got 30 cats around his trailer. Jamie got 3. They look like 3 R&B dudes. Yo, the tension on the set from that fight was so crazy. Like, we didn't know. We stopped production.
Right.
We didn't know what was going to happen. And so Jamie had his tongue got cut because he bit his tongue. So he had to go to the hospital, blah, 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 right? But we still got to shoot more scenes, but we don't know. Are they going to be able to get past the fight and still do the rest of the movie? And so now my trailer is in the middle. Why was my trailer always in the middle, right? So you got 30 of New York's grimiest, realest, I'm talking.
Of course, yeah.
Mr. Smith made the call. That trailer was thick. Yeah. This trailer was like, they're going to sing an album. Right? I was like, Jamie got to call some people from Texas, somebody get some more heavy weighters down here because this don't look right? So all of a sudden I'm sitting in my trailer. Boom, 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 boom. Here go Jim Brown. What is these niggas doing, man? You in the midst of this shit, Mr. Bellamy? I said, nah, man. I said, man, we had a little fight situation. It's kind of tight. I'm calling the meet. Tell Todd to come in. Tell Jamie to come in, man. We ain't doing this. Tell Todd, come in, whatever, right? So I go bang on. I'm like, yo, Al, Jim calling the meeting. For what, man? I'm good, man. Real talk. I don't need nothing, man. I ain't nothing to talk about. I said, yo, I think we got to do this one. Because, he Black Panther. Of course. OG got, he shot Carl. He brought the Crips and the Bloods together. He going to bring them together, right? So I go get Jamie. I go, boom, boom, boom. Yo, Jay, man, Jim Brown calling a meeting in my trailer, man. He want us to fix it, man. We young Black guys on this set. We looking crazy because that's what he was saying.
Of course.
So he goes, listen, man, I don't know if you guys like each other or not. I don't give a fuck. But we going to finish this movie like kings. Like, gentlemen, you understand? We're going to put our deficits down because we looking crazy out here. Do you know how many pioneers came here to make this, that, and the other in Hollywood for you? I was the first motherfucker to kiss a white bitch. You hear me? Swear to God. I'm not making this
right there.
No, that's a fact.
No, it's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
he said, I broke through barriers for y'all and y'all gonna sit up here and fight and do all this and embarrass the culture and nothing. And they was like, yeah, whatever. You right. And everybody was like, all right, let's go out here and make this movie. And then it was over. Jim Brown, that happened in my trip.
Man, shout out Jim Brown,
I never told about that story.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Right in the middle.
Jim Brown was right, though.
Leave it to Kaz to bring up some shit.
Jim Brown,
he was right. He broke those barriers,
Yeah,
though.
but he did.
Yeah.
He got in trouble over that, too.
Yeah.
He was the first in a lot of... Jim Brown
you
was...
want to be the first one through that door.
As an athlete, like to cross over like that?
Yep.
No, but he was that type of a guy, though. You know what I mean? He was a real one. Like,
legendary.
Just think, Jim Brown was the first to do a lot of stuff.
Of course.
And just imagine how he felt. That's why everybody was kind of like, oh, we didn't think of it that way. People was in their feelings. But the way he painted the picture that made us realize that what we're doing is important and we're looking crazy on this
back a little bit.
$70 million movie doing this street stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He was a pioneer. He was a pioneer who broke down them doors.
Exactly. So that was a good thing.
Oh, that just adds to the lore of Any Given Sunday, though, because you could feel the tension in the movie. Like, you could feel...
Yo, it was real.
Yeah, like any football... I think that's why the movie felt so real. Like, anytime you watch it, like, you could still sort of, like, remember, like, that mid-90s energy of, like, football around that era.
And at that time, nobody could... That was the closest movie to give you the insight of what it was like to be in the NFL.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? There wasn't really any other movie that was so gritty and brought you into the life of the wives and the drugs and the tension and the you getting cut or you're trying to stay on the team and the doctors won't give you the money, or you playing hurt, all that stuff.
Yeah, it felt dramatic, but like now we look back at it and it's like we know so much about the game and just through social media and everything. It's like, oh man, like to tell that story back then, like
that was Hard Knocks.
Correct.
As a movie, yeah.
FanDuel is the #1 sports book for same-game parlays. From points and rebounds to threes and assists, FanDuel is the best place to build your player prop story. Combine your favorite picks into a same-game parlay or track every stat live, all in one easy-to-use app. Whether you're backing a breakout performance or riding with your favorite star, FanDuel gives you more ways to play and more reasons to cheer. So bet on the players you love the way you want. Head to FanDuel.com/7PM to sign up today. FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 or over and present in select states. For Kansas in affiliation with Kansas Star Casino, or 18 and over and present in D.C., Kentucky, or Wyoming. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. Or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 1-800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts, or call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY in New York.
The start of the NBA season is a tradition that always kicks off the holidays. But when the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite, Winter Spice, Cranberry, and put your twist on tradition. A bold fusion of cranberry and winter spice flavors, Sprite Winter Spice Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. Whether you're cheering courtside, watching your favorite players hit the floor, or just enjoying a game at home, Sprite keeps the moment crisp and refreshing. Winter Spice Cranberry is a perfect drink to have on hand this season, but move fast. It's only here for a limited time. Anticipation and excitement are always high this time of year, especially with the NBA season heating up. Every game, every highlight, every rivalry is back in full swing. So match that energy with an ice-cold Sprite. Don't miss out on this limited offer and give your holiday a fresh new vibe with Sprite's bold Winter Spice Cranberry. Sprite, obey your thirst. We're a quarter way into the season, and DoorDash knows how to keep the fans in the bag all season long. DoorDash is the official on-demand delivery platform of the NBA, and they are adding some new moves to their game by introducing the bag drop. Every time a player scores 50 or more points in the game, DoorDash drops 50% off your order with Dash Pass. So look out for every time a player drops 50, then use promo code NBA50 the next day to get 50% off on DoorDash with Dash Pass and a shot at the big bag drop. DoorDash in your bag all season long. This deal is for Dash Pass members only. That's 50% off up to $10 a day after a 50-point game with promo code. Terms apply, but that's not all. With every 50% off order, fans are entered for a chance to win the ultimate fan bag, packed with gear, play-inspired drip, and stuff you'll actually want. So when Luka or Wemby goes off, DoorDash could throw in something extra, and it's not just food either. You might get some sunglasses, some headphones, a jacket. You saw your favorite player win in the tunnel. But one thing's for sure, the bag is deep. This sweepstake is no purchase necessary. Ends April 13th. Open to legal U.S. residents, 21 or older. Visit DoorDashinYourBag.com for full details and free entry method. Void in Alaska, Hawaii, and where prohibited. So again, look out for every time a player drops 50, then use promo code NBA50 the next day to get 50% off on DoorDash with Dash Pass and a shot at the big bag drop. DoorDash in your bag all season long. And a shot at the big bag drop. DoorDash in your bag all season long. Imagine the NBA all in one place, made easy. As a proud partner of the NBA, only Xfinity puts you courtside with the biggest games, real-time highlights, and multi-view in 4K that lets you watch up to 4 live games at once. Stream it all, just like I do. Stay locked into the rivalries, the stories, the culture, all the teams, all the moments, all in one place. Xfinity, imagine that. All the teams, all the moments, all in one place. Xfinity, imagine that.
Let's switch gears just a little bit, man, because you mentioned your cousin, Shaquille O'Neal. So I gotta ask, man. He's known to be a legendary prankster. Obviously, you are a guy who I'm sure has cracked lots of jokes over the years, and
boy,
there's been so many stories about Shaq taking them pranks sometimes just a little bit too far.
Much, bro. Man, Shaquille is too much, right?
Yeah.
This is so crazy what I'm about to tell you.
Okay.
So we in Orlando. Shaq is the first person I ever seen get a taser. The tasers wasn't out yet. He had one. This is a true story. So we all sitting in the kitchen. Kenny. It was about 8 of us in the kitchen. He was like, yo, man, bring me that box over here, man. Everybody's like, what's that? Y'all ain't gonna believe this. This shit crazy, man. Nobody had this. Like, yo, what's he got a new watch or whatever? He opened up the little box and it was a taser. He was like, which one of y'all gonna let me shoot you with it? See how it worked. I give you $1,000. Everybody's like, nah, man, because the sound. It was the one that they touch you with, not.
Yeah.
This was before,
not the propeller,
not the one that shoot the things. This was one he got to touch you with it, and you lock up. When I say lock up, bro, the dude said, "I'll do it." Shaq went, bah, and then now we think he about to have a heart attack. Everybody's like, stop! Rolling, pour some water on him. My man was bugging. I said, oh man. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell that story, but
I think the statute of limitations.
We was like, yo. Everybody got scared, like, yo, is this dude gonna stop shaking? Yo.
Funny enough.
Yeah.
Funny enough, that's probably on the low end of crazy Shaq.
I got 10 of them.
I can imagine.
That's a good one.
Is there one that ever went too far with Shaq as far as pranking people or taking jokes too far?
He put doodoo.
I hear a lot of doodoo stories, yo. The doodoo stories of Shaq.
He put doodoo in my man for Lamborghini. That was pretty crazy.
Please give me the details of that. Like, what you mean he put doodoo on a Lamborghini?
This is so funny, bro. It's the guy who he did it to probably ain't funny to him, but so no wait. What?
He say shit.
No doodoo. That's what we was doing. Yeah, shit is regular. Doodoo is nasty. So Shaq had these 2 Rottweilers, like Thor and King or something.
Oh God!
And they were big Rotties, like big, the ones with the big heads. And they used to drop I'm talking some truckloads, right? So Shaq said, yo, man, I'm sick of this dude, man. Yo, man, I don't really like this dude. I forget the cat. He was like, little Italian cat. Yo, hey Shaq, man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, man, anything you want, I got you. You know what I'm saying? You want jet skis? You know, he's that guy. I get you 4 jet skis for $200. You know, 8 speakers. Like he was always willing it.
Always hustling, yeah.
Yeah, he's hustling Shaq for money. Shaq said, yo, man, I'm sick of him, man. Yo, I'm real talk, B. I'm so sick of this, man. He come over every week trying to sell me something. I'm tired of it. He said, yo, go get some doodle. He said, yo, go dump some doodoo. Put it where he can't see it, so when he sit in the car, he gonna sit in the doodoo. So we said it, we in the kitchen.
How did you transport the doodoo?
No. Somebody went and got the doodoo and sat it on the seat.
Who was the doodoo nigga?
I don't know who the doodoo man was. I forget. Carmelo want the detail. Who is the doodoo nigga? No, but the doodoo. So Shaq made the call for the doodoo to go out. So the doodoo guy goes out, scoops up a little doodoo, places it nicely in the seat, and we waiting because we know he not gonna look down. We waiting because he gonna sit in it. So he goes to get in. Yeah, man. And I'm just saying, brother, anytime you guys want anything, I'm telling you, he's like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And then doodle all in the crack of the seats. Oh,
God.
everybody in the house is hollering. He is, this is a fucking $175,000 car. Are you fucking kidding me? Who puts doodle in a Lambo?
Fair question, though. Who does put
That's a good question. Shaquille O'Neal.
God damn. That's a wild man, yo.
That's wild. That's kind of far.
I think that's kind of far. Oh, shit. I feel like there's been lots of doodle stories around Shaq over there.
Yeah, I don't know. He like doodle. I don't know
what it is. It's like,
doodle is
Doodle is everything. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
When somebody says pranking too far, I just think like it has to involve
but Shaq is playful like that. Like, you know what I mean? And it's nothing you can
ain't playful.
I mean, he took that too far. But what I'm saying, like, he's always been a prankster, period. Like, that's just his thing. He just loved to do funny shit. And that's why he's who he is. He just like to do that shit. Like, but sometimes it's, you know, it's doodle.
Pretty bad. So.
Pretty bad.
Melo, you ever had any teammates like that? As far
y'all
as
didn't do stuff like that on
the wild pranking?
Doodle,
when you was a rookie, they didn't make you.
Okay, fill a car with popcorn.
That ain't bad. You can vacuum it. It's a pain in the ass to get out of your car.
That butter though is different.
Oh, they do it with the butter?
The butter popcorn. You know, the rain of popcorn.
Real greasy in there.
So that's the only thing that I've seen. Like, you know.
Not no dookie.
That shit like that. Not no doodle though.
This is how you can tell he's raised with Shaq. He grew up with Shaq a lot because he's looking at it, it's like popcorn. It's like,
that shit is light.
Yo.
That sound kind of light.
Yo, listen, man. Pranking is fun until it go left, man.
That's a fact.
But when you Shaq, how far can it go? Like, what you really gonna do?
He's never going to do anything that's going to hurt you.
That's how far he gonna go.
But the taser was crazy because back then the taser was new. We ain't know how. We didn't know how it was fresh out the can. The guy who made the taser sent it to Shaq. I remember it was something like, fresh out the can. This is going to be the new thing. The police force is going to be using it and shit. And, you know, Shaq's, you know, heavy on the law enforcement shit. So he was getting access.
Did that inspire him to get into law enforcement with the taser?
Yeah, I guess. Because he can't chase nobody big as he is. He got to tase your ass.
I know it was the first one, too. They probably ain't regulate how many volts was in the shit.
He had ask him when you see him, I'm not lying. He had the very first taser that came out. Because I remember they were brand new. And they said they're going to start using these when they can in law enforcement. Instead of shooting people all the time, they're going to start tasing them. You know, now they got the joint on the hip that looked like a yellow gun. Yeah. This thing was like, had prongs on it or something. And they would just have to do this.
Or old shit in the 90s.
Yeah, it's 90s.
Man, I'm sorry, Melo.
I didn't mean to make you laugh that hard.
We're going to switch it up. He
said doodle. Who's the doodle man?
Well, before we get into your 7 p.m. moment, man, you said you and Biggie felt like kids, man, when you met Michael Jackson.
Yes, sir.
At the awards. Like, what made that moment just so unreal for y'all?
Wow. So you got to understand, me and Big is on stage. Big is having a moment too. So I'm already on. Big is coming on. I think this is roughly his first album. They're playing him heavy, hypnotized. They playing all 3 singles simultaneously on MTV. So now he's on. I'm one of the hottest comedians in the country. I'm on MTV, hottest VJ. And now Michael Jackson is doing something he never did before. He never teamed up with Janet before. Yep. Mm-hmm. So it was, if you go watch the clip, y'all probably got the clip. We both smiling like we in the 5th grade. Cause he was like, yo, nigga, that's Mike, man. That's crazy, nigga. And Biggie had that eye, so you ain't know who he was looking at. He was like, cause this eye be over here, and he be like looking at Mike right there. So we on stage, if you go back and you look at it, I go, and winner is, open up the thing, Mike is sitting right there, and with Janet. Okay. And I think they win the Vanguard Award, if I'm not mistaken. And they walking towards her. He was like, man, that's crazy, man. This is Mike Jack, man. And Mike came up, shook our hands, and we stood back like, oh. And that's another level of like, we're stars, like baby stars, but he's like,
come on, son.
Yeah, colossal.
That's a supernova.
It was a crazy moment. Crazy. Man. Even when I look at it now, I still remember how I felt because I was like, oh my God. Because at one point, Michael Jackson didn't seem real.
Yeah.
He was so big.
Some people got that aura about them when they walk into a room. And it's like, you're a real person? Like, this is different. I mean, looking back at it now, like you in that classic pop, you've been in classic pop culture moments your whole life, but sitting there with two of the greatest musicians to ever walk this earth, Michael Jackson and Notorious B.I.G.
Yeah.
At the MTV Awards, like you look back at it now, it almost,
how does that even happen?
It don't even seem real. Like,
man.
You know.
But when you all hot at the same time, that's the beauty of the culture that, you know, Melo said earlier. He was saying how the culture will put you at the table.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you find your way in to the culture, whether it's sports or music or art or whatever, cats gonna respect your hustle. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, man, I'm Tupac. Same thing, you know. Unfortunately, we lost so many great people. Whitney Houston. I mean, I interviewed all these people and they brought us so much talent.
Yeah.
For such a small window of time. When you think about it, it's like, damn, Tupac did all that in that little window.
Yeah.
Biggie did all that in that little, we still talking about Big.
Mm-hmm. Crazy, man.
It's amazing.
Crazy.
It's amazing.
Like, I don't know folks I'm sure the folks that watch this show have an appreciation for the MTV years. And
because you can't go back.
You can't go back to it, man.
That's nostalgia.
Absolutely. Sure.
All right, Bill. We have a special segment on this show called the 7 p.m. moment.
Okay.
This is a point in your life, personal or professional, where you're at a fork in the road, a moment where the choice that you make send you down a very, very specific path. What was your 7 p.m. moment?
There's so many. Well, my first 7 p.m. moment would have been when I decided to resign from my job. I got out of college. I worked like 2 years in sales and marketing.
You went to Rutgers?
I went to Rutgers, and I got this job at Leggett & Myers, and it was a really good job out of school. I was what they call a regional marketing manager at the time, and I had a company car, I had an expense account, I had insurance, you know, like I was like Mr. Corporate guy, suit and tie. And I said, man, I want to be a comedian, but I don't know how I could do that shit. And I remember coming over here to New York and like going to Harlem, going downtown, going to Midtown, doing these little 5-minute, 10-minute spots, hoping my car didn't get towed and shit. And then I was like, damn, man, this shit is fun. And I'd see Chris Rock in the club. I see Dave Chappelle in the club. I would see Eddie in the club. Like, dang, man, this is where the real comedians at in New York. So I got to figure out how to get in the game. And so I came to that fork in the road where I was getting a promotion that was going to give me all this money, corporate-wise, send me back to school to get my master's and do all that, or bet on me. And I felt like smothered when I thought of that choice. I felt like I would never be happy doing that, but I was willing to risk it all for this. And so that was my first 7 p.m. moment because I quit my job with no parachute. I think I had saved about 15 grand. And I said, yo, I could pay my rent. I bought myself like a nice little used Honda to get to my little gigs and shit. 92. black and gold with the suede seats, Accord. And I said I'm gonna risk it all, and I've never worked again in my life. Never had to work again.
Man, so how long did that last? As far as like jumping out the corporate world into really feeling like you made it in comedy, like was it a long?
Well, when I got on Def Jam, I knew I was out of here. Like,
He's like, not that long,
yo. No, I'm gonna tell you, I knew. It's like doing Def Jam was like going to the league for me. I was like, yo, I was like, if I get on this show, I'm gonna kill everybody. That was my whole thing. I was like, I'm gonna kill everybody. I'm gonna murder everybody that touched the stage. Ain't nobody gonna be able to touch me because I was already hot in New York anyway. I was like, yo, if I could just put my set together, I said I just need my 5 to 7 minutes, but I gotta have straight nitro because it's gonna change my life if I do it right. And so when I was practicing in the different clubs, I knew I was on fire because people was passing out laughing and shit. I said, yo, I gotta do that on TV. So everybody was buzzing about HBO at the time, and I was like, yo, this shit is like the Rucker. Like you gotta go for 60 to show everybody you one of the best. You can't you can't go to the Ruck and do 15.
Yeah,
that's not enough.
No.
Like you might as well stay home.
You got to leave with a nickname.
Yeah.
Right?
You got to leave with a nickname. You got to go in there and you got to get it. So that was my intention. I said, yo, if I go and rip this HBO shit and this shit about to blow, I'm going to be out of here. And I remember the feeling when I did the set. It was electric. I remember like I did everything right. I didn't miss a joke. And then I just said, I'm Bill Bellamy. And they went crazy. I said, yeah, I'm out. I knew it. I knew it right then. I was like, yeah, when this aired, it's a wrap.
Man,
Next thing I know, TV, movies.
Yeah, that was legendary though.
Yeah, it was legendary for many reasons. Many reasons. Not just that, but like, you know, some people could say you originated what the kids call Rizz nowadays, right?
Right.
You know, you created the term booty call, right?
Just messing around.
You created the term booty call on that Def Comedy Jam stage.
Yes.
And did you know during that set that term would have the shelf life that it has?
I had
even
no
to this day?
idea it would be locked in for the rest of the culture like that. I knew every time I did it on stage, it was crazy, bro. I mean, crazy. People was passing out. Oh my God, because they had never heard it before. It's almost like maybe saying a bar that's so clever in on a rap album that everybody reciting it. That's what it was. It was like, yo, it was like a clever bar that everybody was like, yo, booty call, that shit real. That's me, fam. Oh, like it would be, you can hear repeat. Yo, I had 2 of them. Yo, I had one yesterday. You like it, but people was doing it. They just didn't have a way to say it. That's how I knew it was cracking. I just wished I would have trademarked it at the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be here, be a hologram.
Did somebody tell you?
It's on the Bill Bellamy robot.
I didn't know
time?
then. I was
so
20.
how did it go from there to the movie though? Like even if like there wasn't, you didn't really have the rights
because
to it.
once it got on Def Jam, people saying it so much, and then it boom, 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 and then somebody decided to make Booty Call a movie. I named one of my comedy specials Booty Call. Then the movie came, and the reason I wasn't in the movie because I chose to do Love Jones.
Yep.
Yeah.
So and they were both at the same time. So Tommy and Jamie end up doing Booty Call the movie, and I end up doing Love Jones. So that was the, people get that confused, but that's how that happened.
Nice. But
Well,
like
shit,
you kind of
that's
have
dope,
like
though.
you kind of got your get back with How to Be a Player though.
Yeah.
Like that was kind of like the booty call.
Yeah, me
without
living
being
it
called
out.
Booty call.
Yeah.
Me living it out.
I was like, how old were you when you saw a Booty Call?
What
Mello.
year was that? That was
It was 97.
I was about 14.
Did you see it in the movie theater? Or
No,
did you-
we had to sneak in the
I was about
movie
to say,
theater.
we
You
had
know
to
what I'm
sneak
saying?
that
We
joint.
had the movie theater down the harbor in Baltimore, where you had to
You
sneak
act
in.
like you're going to see the karate movie and then go there.
You go.
We used to do that too.
Sneak in. When you pay for one movie, they hit all the movies in there.
Yeah, that's what we
can
used to
that.
do too.
So
Do
you
you think-
sneak in there?
So when How to Be a Player comes out, right? Like that whole movie, you call a movie How to Be a Player, like people are gonna take notes and see
Correct.
how,
How to
you
do
went
it.
about your day, like juggling all these women. And like I said, it's kind of what the kids call Rizz now, right?
Okay.
Like, do you feel like you kind of set the blueprint for how to be a player when it first came out?
The movies are like real life to people. You know what I'm saying? Like to this day, people always say, "Yo, man, you taught me how to be a player, man." Growing up watching you, man, I still watch that movie. It's somebody's favorite classic, right?
Yeah.
And what I like about doing that film was the fun of it. Even women like the movie because it wasn't like I was an asshole or arrogant. I was charming and fun, and I just happened to have a bunch of girlfriends and stuff, right? And so when you think about how to be a player, just imagine being a kid in a candy store. You're happy, and you're like, yo, I can eat whatever candy I want today because it's my best day ever, right? And that's why I think
A lot of candy being ate.
yeah, think about it. Think about
That's
this.
a sick way to look at that.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like I get to eat my favorite candy today. Maybe not every day, but today I'm getting to eat all my favorite candy. What kid wouldn't want to do that? And so, you know what I'm saying? It's just like when you get to the league and you make it, you young, you 21, you 22, and you getting access to the baddest chicks you ever seen in your life, and they really bout you. That's the feeling of how to be a player. It's like making it, you get to eat all the favorite meals you want, you get to go where you want to go, you got the money to do it. And that's basically the spirit of that movie, but you got to do it the right way.
Yeah, for
you know
sure,
what I mean?
for sure.
And so I was showing my boys how to move, stick and move, you know what I mean? But what people don't talk about, I ain't never take no bath. I was like, dang, I was really,
You
really,
was moving kind of nasty.
Nobody talked about that.
That is a fact.
That's a fact.
Had the hating sister in the movie
my
too.
sister hating on me.
Yeah, it was a lot.
You got the bread, but you smell nasty. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's not. And you know, I had a guy come up to me not too long ago. He was like, "Yo, you made me organize my closet like how to be a player," and I forgot about that scene. Remember, I had all the sneakers.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a store and
Yeah.
stuff. I was like, damn, that loft apartment was fire.
Super fire, man.
I had never seen I'd never seen in my life a black guy that had an apartment like that in a movie.
Yeah, man.
It
was a
made
classic.
everybody want to have a loft.
It was a classic, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Now you said you set the tone. I mean, you sat and talked about stories with MJ,
Mhm.
the MJ,
Right,
Jordan,
two MJs.
Jordan and Jackson.
You know what I'm saying? Biggie.
Yes.
Like you was around Pac, you was around all of these people, and then you extend that to Bernie Mac.
Yes.
Like what did you learn from being around Bernie Mac? And you throw Jim Brown in there too. Jim Brown is the ultimate guy
Yes, sir.
when it comes to that. But being around Bernie Mac, what did you learn from that?
I love Bernie Mac as a big bro. Like he just embraced me, man, like in a way, like a spiritual big brother. We clicked immediately. The first time I met him, I just knew he was special, bro. And we did Def Jam the same time. And he was from Chicago, obviously. And you see how I'm smiling because it's nostalgia because Mac had one of the best Def Jam sets ever. Ever. Bar none. I don't know nobody.
Ever.
He created, I ain't scared of you motherfuckers. Right? And what people don't know is there was a comedian that got booed. He was the first comedian that got booed at Def Jam. And everybody was like, oh, we know they boo you on a TV show. And Bernie said, they booed. Shit. I got some foot in another fucking head. Bernie came up with that phrase, changed his life. Next thing you know, Bernie Mac is on tour with us. We on the Def Jam bus together, tour bus. I'm with Bernie every weekend. He stayed at my crib. I stayed at his crib. Like me and Bernie became brothers. Then we end up doing a movie together. Obviously, How to Be a Player. We did Who's the Man together.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So like me and Bernie, we really, really, really tight. And he used to smoke Cools, I think it was, maybe Cools, maybe Newports. I can't remember, but he always had a Michelob.
Okay.
Like the little, you remember the little
A cool and a Michelob is great.
Yeah.
That's some real 90s
real
shit right there.
And Bernie, I'll never forget that he told me this one day. He said, everybody that can't come up with you can't go with you. I'll never, and he just said that to me one day. He said, little bro, I want you to know, man, everybody came up with you, can't go with you now. You're going to have to cut off some of these people because I blew up so fast. I thought I could bring the whole hood with me, man. I'm like, come on. He was like, nah, all these people, you gotta weed that out. And he was the first person to set me down and just kind of like make me stay level-headed and say, hey, man, stay focused. You talented. Take your time. Make good decisions. And he was at the time, he hadn't even got to his start, and he was giving me the advice like he had already made it. He made it later.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
His star was on the rise as well.
Yeah, I mean, like just the timing he passed, right? Like there's only a handful of comedians that have like the show named after them, the syndicated, like the Bernie Mac show. You know what I mean?
And it was
like
his personality.
It was his personality. Yeah. He helped create that sort of like confessional style TV show where like he's kind of going back and forth and all that type of stuff. He's one of them dudes that like, I think we all loved him when he was here, but since he's been gone, like everybody sort of like looked at him as one of those like, dude, like
he's like everybody's favorite cousin, uncle.
Yep.
I mean, even now, like, thank God for social media because I can see a clip of him and I will stop and watch it again. You know what I'm saying? And his comedy was so real and so honest, and that's beautiful because they're like little songs that we get to see, and I just enjoy that people haven't forgot who he is, and that we still have a reverence for him in the culture.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's stamped. He ain't.
Oh, he's stamped, right?
He ain't. Yeah. That's Bernie Mac, man.
He ain't going nowhere. No.
Shout out to Bernie. But Bill, we got another segment on here called Run the Ones, man. And Run the Ones is presented by Xfinity. It's a cross-era hypothetical segment, right? It's not about who's the better 5-on-5 player. It's about who runs the court in a one-on-one battle.
Yeah, man. So think of it as like a basketball versus, right? And
okay, go ahead.
We've had a lot of people on this show. We've had these run the ones, and they get very intense. So are you ready? We're about to go through.
Let me sit up.
Let's go through a couple, all right? Now remember, this is just one-on-one hoops.
Do I need some water?
5-on-5. You got some water, right? You got some tea. Yeah. We good money.
When we talking hoops, get some water, man. Hey, yo.
These run the ones have been getting very contentious.
So hold on. I don't even know what
these Jersey run the ones or these.
Is it a Jersey run the one? Nah, I think we're just going straight 90s. All right. Right,
straight 90s? I like
we going 90s? 90s one-on-one? Okay,
Let's go. Let's run the ones. First off,
go.
Your cousin Shaquille O'Neal versus Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh.
Who runs the ones?
He don't go against family.
Of course, I don't think he's going to go against
Shaq.
Yeah,
I think he's just going to take him down and just abuse him. It's not going to be real.
We've had conversations about Shaq during the show about run the ones, and it's almost unfair to talk about it in like, if
Shaq can't back him down, then it could get interesting.
Yeah,
but Shaq gonna back him down. And quiet as kept, Shaq could put it on the floor a little bit too. So
of course.
But I'm saying as far as like if you gotta get a bucket, you cannot stop the man in the paint.
Yeah, like, it's as the resident Nigerian on the show, like, Hakeem was somebody who gave prime Shaq some issues.
Oh, he give him the boogie. Like, but you gotta understand, Hakeem could boogie with it, but like he was a finesse player.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Shaq was dominant.
Magnificent footwork, magnificent smooth. Mm-hmm. But power is just going to win.
If his winner's out, take the ball in, and he just could.
We would never see that type of power. We would never see that type of power.
Bro, I've seen people doing this like this, power. Putting their arm on Shaq and just still going under the basket, bro.
It's
Go back and watch Shaq. I'm talking vintage Shaq. Let's go 92 to 95.
Orlando.
The Kimbe Mutombo.
I'm talking
all of them.
Drop, step, turn, boom. I'm talking one dribble, boom. Like, what are you? He was 100% in the paint,
and
bro.
This was fast, Shaq.
And he was fast.
Yeah. When he was running full speed.
What are you doing with that?
Nothing.
Throwing it on David Robinson. Was the All-Star game on David Robinson when he put him through the rim like that? I was like, come on, son. Unbelievable.
We would never see nothing like that. Like,
he's the most. He's probably the most unfair. Next time we do run the ones, we might have to have like a Shaq rule. Where
I didn't never see Wilt.
Right.
I did. I see some black and white.
He wasn't as strong as him. He was a big, dominant player. This Shaquille O'Neal is one of one. You cannot describe it.
I agree.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, he changed the league. He changed the rules of the league.
Yeah,
that's how dominant he was.
And all this kind of shit.
He's too dominant.
Unbelievable. All right, so we going with Shaq. Shaq's always going to win one of these. What else we got? Ooh, I like this one. This might be a little tough. Might be a little tougher than I want to.
One-on-one?
Michael Jordan versus Dwayne Wade. Who run the ones?
I love both of them, but Mike cooking them. Mike cooking him with his tongue out with the little baby herringbone. Done. Ain't nothing he can do. That 6'4" can't do nothing with it.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, D-Wade going to get buckets, though.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
I promise you D-Wade is going to make it interesting.
Yeah.
But Michael Jordan got another gear. I think Mike going to have a gear that just going to have to.
Yeah. I feel like D-Wade at the peak of his powers was close to MJ. But MJ's still MJ.
Yeah, but we talking about
peak D-Wade when he was
one-on-one player versus
the
GOAT. A not one-on-one player. You know what I mean? D-Wade was a one-on-one player, but like
you would be better
within a system. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He wasn't like one-on-one.
You'd be better off. The better comparison would be D-Wade versus vintage Derrick Rose. Now we cooking.
Okay, all right, I like that.
Because now it's like,
damn, Derrick Rose was one of my favorite players when he was healthy, man.
Oh, yeah.
Healthy D-Rose against D-Wade, both healthy.
Unbelievable.
I don't know where that's going to go.
Unbelievable.
But I'm watching it. Go ahead.
If we doing D-Rose, can we do D-Rose, D-Wade? If we doing D-Rose, D-Wade? Sure.
Y'all can use that for the next show. That's
we'll
good.
Do this one.
That's a bet. That's a bet to me. That's a better lineup because it's power, it's a better lineup to me because it's athleticism, speed, and power. So they kind of like mirror each other.
No, if you ever watch old Derrick Rose highlights, he was so violently athletic. Like, he was so violently athletic. Like, you watch it now, and you understand why his body didn't hold up the way it did.
Yeah,
it's like,
it makes you mad that these guards ain't that.
Like the body.
He was just built like that.
Yeah,
he was super fast.
D-Wade was different though, bro. That's
D-Wade was different too.
He had shit that D Rose was. D Rose was getting it from him. Like the way that he played low to the ground, the way that he played in a pick and roll, split pick and rolls, like.
And
get up quick. His first step to the dunk, like
he was 6'4", but he had a wingspan like a motherfucker. So
he took Ginobili's Euro step,
and
put a whole new twist onto that.
On it. He put power on the Euro step.
He put culture on the Euro step.
He brought it to Chicago.
Shout out the Flash. Wow,
Flash, man. We love you,
wow, whatever the fuck you going by right now.
All right, what else we got? Okay, that's a good one. Kevin Garnett versus Chris Webber. Who run the one? Ooh, we talking prime C-Web?
That is a really good one right there.
That's a Chris Webber.
Oh, that's a good
that might be one of the best ones that y'all came up with.
That's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie.
Who came up with the production? Y'all did that.
Yeah, they did that.
Shout out my guy.
All right, so KG, we talking prime.
We're talking prime for prime. Yeah, one-on-one.
Check up. Yeah.
Check ball, top of the key. Who got it?
I'm going to go with KG.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why I go with Kevin Garnett. Because he got Boogie. So he going to bring him out. He going to shoot over C-Web. And if you keep the ball, you keeping the ball when you score, I think KG going to win. Yeah. Because it's hard. He's what, 6'11"?
Yeah.
6'11". He put it on the floor. He's strong. Maybe 7 feet or whatever.
He one of the first height liars. On the
But you got to understand, KG really is a stretch two guard.
Yeah.
So I'm going with KG.
Man, I remember.
What would you do?
So if we talking prime C-Web, right? Like I thought his best attribute was ability to like pass as well, right? Like not only just score, be strong and be in a 5-man rotation. But I seen a clip of him during I forgot what's the name of the documentary that came out. It's called We Beat the Dream Team. Right?
Oh yeah, he was.
And they're talking about this is C-Web fresh out of college, and he's like the man. And
he was raw.
Team 92, and apparently C-Web was giving work to all the big men.
Bro, let's not forget who C-Web was. Bro.
He was the truth.
Let's not forget who the fuck C-Web was.
That's what I'm trying to put him on. I'm like, yo,
he know.
I know he know, but I'm just
let's
saying.
Let's not forget who C-Dub was, man.
He was bananas. He was
different.
Very, very different.
Dominant
very strong, super athletic.
He was different. Can handle.
And he had finesse too.
But that's what I'm saying now. That's why I said I'm just using my, my IQ with basketball. If they playing one-on-one and Kevin gets to get the ball back after he scored, it might be a problem.
Yeah,
I give KG the edge.
KG different now. KG.
Well, that game ain't gonna take him outside. He's not gonna let him bang him out like that. Nah. And KG, I mean, damn, that's
that game not gonna never end.
I feel like KG might be have the slight edge defensively. Like I think he'll get into that. Yeah, like I think he'll get into them, slapping the ground on the floor.
10, 6, almost 7 foot.
Doing all that shit.
C-Web that height too.
Of course. But I think KG's a little bit more nimble.
Though, I gotta go with KG in that. I just think Kevin Garnett just got a couple little more attributes that's gonna help him win. He's not gonna smoke him. Nah, he might win by 2 buckets.
KG, they're running the back after every game.
It can go either way.
Best out of 3. Best out of 3.
That's never going. That game never going.
That's gonna be tough.
That's a good one. Shit talking game, a fouling game. They gonna hack. You talking about two killers going after each other.
Shout out C-Web, man. He don't get enough love in the current generation.
This is what I'm trying to say.
Love it.
Let's not forget about Chris Webber.
Yeah, Chris Webber's
we know we love Ticket.
Of course.
Ticket is a lot of our favorite power forwards. Let's not forget about
C-Web made it.
He's one of them favorite forwards.
Of course, man. You talking Fab Five, you talking.
He had all of us wearing black socks, Cats was getting their hair, bald head, cutting our hair off.
Two guys who's like
threw Charles Barkley through the rim on a commercial.
Your power forward, favorite power forward.
Yeah.
Like he's one of them. C-Web. And
who's your top?
Rashid is one of them.
Oh, Rashid.
He loves Rashid.
Wallace.
Those are the two. When you
Why
talk
don't people
about
talk about Rod?
when you talk about your favorite forward,
everything.
Well, she gave you this.
Not even that. I'm talking about
power.
Bullet Sheed. I'm talking. You know what I mean? I'm talking about Philly Sheed.
They don't even have power forward
Carolina
no
Sheed.
Power forward, the true art of what a power forward is changed.
Yeah.
Because everything's a hybrid to me now. But back, like you said, like Rashid.
He was a hybrid.
Well, it's because of
he was a hybrid.
Yeah, like they was like, yo, we need you to be able to stretch the floor and do X, Y, Z.
Ooh.
If you're gonna be 6'10", 6'11". She was one of the first people doing that. And he was
shoot the three.
Tim Duncan.
Can post up on any block. Can score over any shoulder. Plays D. Protects the rim. Shit talk. You know what I'm saying?
Give you a tech or two.
And he was a gangster. Like, if you want the mold of a power forward, that's the mold that you want.
Man.
What about? Can I throw one in there?
Indeed.
Yeah, of course.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
Man,
yeah,
I was a big fan of LaMarcus Aldridge.
LaMarcus Aldridge was more of an extension of a Chris Webber than he was an extension of a Garnett.
Yeah,
yes,
because it's just different personality, different. You know what I mean?
They don't talk about him, but he was a tough guard in the box. I mean, he could shoot. He had nice little footwork, and he was strong as hell. Like, I always loved his game, but I think he was getting hurt or something, right?
Yeah, he got hurt a couple times.
Yeah.
But, you know, he had some really good years.
He's one of them names that when you look up years later and you see a lot of lists, a lot of statistical categories, and you see LaMarcus Aldridge on there, you be like, damn, I ain't know he did that. He's one of them guys.
No commercial. He got no commercial. All stats. He got no commercials.
Anytime somebody breaks a record, you're going to see his name in there and be like, dang, he was really raw like that? I was like,
LaMarcus
He didn't have no commercials, but he was very, very tough, yes.
Who's your most underrated one-on-one player?
I'm going to go backwards. Let me think. I'm going to just go in the bag for you since you know who I liked, who I thought was super dope, but he just got hurt? Victor Oladipo.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Love Oladipo.
Yeah.
Man. He's still trying to get back in the league right now.
It's been because he got injured a lot. But I'm thinking,
playing now.
Are you saying like they got
one-on-one? Just
he's unguardable?
Unguardable.
If I'm doing that, I'm going Derrick Rose then.
Yeah.
But if we just talking about you can't do nothing, can't stay in front of him, I'm going D Rose. I'm going AI. I'm going old school Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah. Isaiah. That's another person who don't get enough love as well.
They don't talk about it enough.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
That's the point of this show, man.
They got to break the ice.
Yeah.
That's why they got to. In order for that to be talked about, that ice got to be broken.
One of my favorite one-on-one moves I ever seen was when Joe Johnson put Paul Pierce on the ground.
The double cross.
Looked like he lost a contact lens.
My man he looked like he was looking for roaches. I said, yo, people forget Joe was tough.
Yeah, shout out ISO Joe, man. He be in the comments for our joint, man. He's always checking out the show.
I love Joe's game.
Yeah.
He's always like everybody's underrated.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
Because he was on them teams, like the Phoenix teams, the Atlanta teams, but they were kind of like, you know, that first Phoenix Suns team that was like up and down. He didn't get enough credit because it was like Nash and Amari and Matrix and all those dudes. Yeah. But Joe was
Quentin Richardson.
They had all those guys. But he was a dog, man. I love Joe Johnson.
About that.
But then when he got to Atlanta, he started really showing. Once he got the keys in Atlanta,
Joe. Bill, it's time for America's #1 segment. It's called
What is it?
Fuck with it or fuck out of here.
Yes,
That's the segment.
That's the segment. It's America's #1 segment, baby. This is where we go throughout the entire internet and we search some of the craziest videos, viral stories, whatever. And then Bill's gonna tell us if he's fucking with it or getting it the fuck out of here.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Go.
All right, let's go for it.
We got a great research team over there.
The Detroit Pistons recently had the Funketeers perform at halftime. OGs that was absolutely getting down in lieu of cheerleaders during the halftime show. Let's check out the Funketeers.
Detroit players.
Hey.
Hey.
My son's still light on his feet.
Oh, not Roscoe and them. Go ahead.
Yeah, son.
The feet light?
Yeah.
Okay. the shoulder.
Hey,
pass it over. Pass it.
God, walk it out. Walk it out.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
This is so Detroit, though. I love it.
I know they smell like icy hot.
Over under on how many Crown Royal bags.
So hold up, they don't pass it to the orange and the yellow and all of that.
What's the name of them?
What's the Funketeers?
Oh yeah, I like them, man.
There's some cold Detroit shit though, man. I love it.
They got on all the right colors and the Gators.
Hell yeah,
I got it. I fuck with it.
All right, so fuck with it or fuck out of here. You turn into halftime into the unction.
The Unk series, yo, I like that. I fuck with that one for real.
I'll fuck with that. Shout out to the Unks, the Unctions,
yeah, man, they keeping us alive.
Unk series, man.
Hell yeah.
Good.
Shout out to the Funketeers. And shout out to the Pistons, man. They are having a hell of a season. You keep the Funketeers on there.
Shout out to Detroit, the city.
Keep hooping.
This is good for the city of
yes,
Detroit.
Sir. Yes, sir.
I mean? For the city of Detroit. All right. Janarian TV over on IG, apparently, this young fella's dad was tired of him getting in trouble at school and took him to the barbershop to teach him a lesson. Let's check out this video. Oh,
no. No. What did he do?
Yo, he like, yo, what the fuck, Dad? Wow.
What did he do?
And you really put the alcohol on right there. That's great. Yo, you at the mercy.
He gave him to George Jefferson.
Yo, what did he do? He stole
what
something.
What did he do?
I got to know some context before I just
He probably
agree.
stole something.
Yeah, you had to do something.
The teacher.
He was probably online trying to act like he was a real gangster.
Probably.
And his father was like, all right, I'm going to show you what a gangster look like. I'm going to put a hook slide in your head. Yo, man, I couldn't go to school no more. I'm homeschooling.
I'm gonna give you this George Jefferson real quick.
Yo, you imagine having to go to school without a hat on?
Yeah, young old lad.
Oh man,
you got a 12-year-old face and a 64-year-old head.
Yo,
but yo,
God damn.
This is how
shout out to this father though, man. That's real shit.
That's what I'm saying.
That's some good parenting.
That's a real dad right there.
This is how you know.
Why don't he just do the whole back too? Why you gotta just do the front right there?
This is how you know that he deserved it too, because you got to go to the barber and tell him like, yo, this is why we do it. Because no barber want that on his resume.
Let me get a half runway.
It's like, yeah, he must have done something to deserve that.
Shout out to the dad, bro. That's that right there. Is some act right.
Yeah. You don't act right off of that.
You ain't doing that again.
Whatever he did, he is never doing it again. After that
Shout out to the youngest, man.
So Bill, fuck with it or fuck out of here.
I fuck with
a kid with the moving on up. Since they want to be a comedian in class.
Listen. Sometimes discipline comes with consequences.
There you go.
And sometimes being a dad, you gotta step. You gotta go with that George Jefferson.
Man, listen. And you shouldn't be beating your kids either, right? It's like, if you can't whip their ass.
That's better than a beat.
That's what, I'll take that over an ass
right there, you ain't getting no phone numbers for a year and a half.
Whip my ass.
He said, whip my
ass. Left, but please, don't give me that. Not that. Nigga the belt.
Mello said, give me that.
Belt ass. Here you go, right. Man, you're not about to do that. I'm not going out.
Oh my God,
never,
Mello. I can't even see you looking like that at all.
I'm sick. I get creative. You know what I mean? I'm sick. I don't even want no haircut. I ain't going to the barbershop. Yo, Bill, man. Yes. Thank you, brother.
I appreciate y'all, man.
This is having you on this couch is amazing.
What an honor to be here, man. I'm very, very happy that you guys invited me, man. And it's just fun. I feel like we're not even on the show. I feel like we just kicking it.
That's the vibe we go for usually.
We appreciate you showing up, man. And again, we give flowers on this show, man. And for you to be over here and you're staple in this game and this culture as a comedian. And just as a brother, you know what I mean? As a black man, thank you.
Kaz, Mello, that's how we do it, 7 p.m.
You don't look a day past 30, man. God damn.
Come on,
what
man.
you doing,
bro? To be a player, man.
Come on, man. Ain't nothing but shea butter, fam. Ain't nothing but shea butter, fam.
Man, legendary Bill Bellamy. Yes. You know what it is? This is 7 p.m. in Brooklyn, a Wave original presented by FanDuel. You know what to do. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. For the podcast channels, leave a like, leave a rate and review. Good, bad, indifferent. We love them all. Keep them coming. For our guest, Bill Bellamy, the Hall of Famer, Carmelo Anthony.
Yes.
I'm Kaz. I want to catch y'all next time at the Hook, people. Peace.
Peace.